Stand by. On the air. Okay, everyone, welcome to Generation 8.5. So, I'm calling this 8.5 instead of 9 because this generation, or my 8.5 set, is meant to complete the titles that I've started in my 8th set of Let's Play videos. So the first one is going to be Animal Trail Girlish Square. So I completed part 1 with my 8th set a few months ago, but Second Projects has released the other 2 discs for this title in English a few months ago, and this is where the 8.5 set will pick up. So the first disc is going to be this, which is the Love Plus fan disc, and basically we get these 2 main girls from part 1, so Haneru with the black hair and Tetora with the pinkish reddish hair, still competing for who is Taiga's or the MC's favorite girl. So this Love Plus fan disc is quite short. It's going to have 2 short routes, so one for Haneru and one for Tetora. And then after that, I'll be going to the other disc, which is Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 2. And in that one, the other 2 girls, so Kumi and Shiryuki, also want Taiga as well. So this episode is not really a true episode. It's more like episode 0 because all I'm going to be doing is playing the outline, which is right here. Let's see. It's going to give a recap about what happened in part 1. So I'll be doing the outline for this title and also for part 2, which also has an outline. And I might be starting part of Haneru's short route in this episode as well because her short route is a little bit longer compared to Tetora's short route. So without further delay, let's see what the outline is going to cover. Okay, so we're in some blank space with Haneru, and so she's like, and that's when they appeared. Okay. Okay. So, Penguin. So, am I ready to stand up there again on that bright, shining stage? And that's how I, Sumeragi Haneru, with the help of a magical being, set out on the path to my miraculous comeback. And same with me, says Tetora. What's with that look? And you exaggerated. Well, there's many more things to say, and I can't say it all. Well, that's how it is. Okay. So how long has it been since we met? A long time ago.
構きつかった？私はともかくみんなはアイドル未経験だもんね。
そりゃもうだよ。最初は苦労ばかり。今は苦労してないってわけではないけど。
それでもちょっとは手応え出てきたんでしょ？
But it looks like you're getting used to it.
それはまあちょっとくらいは。
Maybe?
元気になったのはやっぱりタイガーにあれこれバレた時だろうね。
Well, maybe I guess the real turning point is when Taiga found out about our powers.
あんまりドラマチックじゃなかったかな。だいぶではないかと。きっかけはどうあれ、私たちが不思議生物図と組んでアイドル活動をしてることがバレたから、嫉妬の敵に巻き込もっと穏便な。
Wait, so we blackmailed him into doing our work.
協力を。
Well, how about we put it in a better way, so we ask him to cooperate, so not blackmail.
協力をしてもらうことになったっていうね。いいのいいの。タイガーはもともと私のファンなんだし。
But he admires me.
私の。
And obviously, Tetora will not be pleased with Haneru's embellished claim.
協力とか言うと濁してるっぽいか。勘ぐらないでね。全面にわたってって感じ。
Well, don't take it the wrong way.
グッズを作ったりしましたね。新曲を作ったり。
But he did do lots for us.
背中を押してもらったわ。
何の話？なんか思い出してる顔だわ。
I've seen that face before.
詳しくはないしょ。
Well, secret.
そういう思わせぶりな言い方されるとあれだけど、私も気持ち的な面で支えてもらったりもしたかな。
これはいつですか？
So what happened around that time, miss?
私も内緒。てかこれいつとって魔法でしょ。
Wait, so when did you get this picture?
抜け書きに。
Wait, so do you steal from our merchandise?
服じゃないから。
そういう感じでお二人の気持ちが温まってるところから始まる今回のエピソードということでしょうか。
But then again, what's going to happen next took place after all this has happened, right? So the next episode?
温まってるとかやめてくれる？
私は
So, what do you mean? You just, me?
近い。
私が知らないところでいろいろと物事が動いてたんだね。
Okay?
引かないで。私らみんなでけもの道ガーリッシュスクエア。
Well,
せーの。
we got to cheer for our group, so ke mo no道 Girlish Square. There you go.
息ぴったり。
And now we're in sync.
アイドルが板についてきたでしょうか。
ついてきた。
それで今回は国民的アイドルを目指してハネルさんとテトラさんがそれぞれ頑張る修行編なの？
So anyways,
出てるけど。
what's this episode about then?
大体そう。
ゲーム配信の時のお話だそうですよ。
So the game being announced?
あの時の。
はいはい、ネタバレ禁止ってところでそろそろお時間かな。
Well, then again, that's spoiling what this is about, so okay, that's it.
けもの道ガーリッシュスクエアラブプラスへレディゴーイエ
ちょっとペンっぽいわ。
ー。マジ映ってる？
Wait, I'm not trying to do one.
もともと根っこのところはそっくりですよね。
That's true. So while Tetora is quite reserved and shy, Haneru is outgoing and
そうね。
she doesn't mind exposing herself.
けもの道ガーリッシュスクエアラブプラス
Okay, so that's the end of the outline for this Love Plus fandisc. And I forgot to mention that the Japanese name for this title or the series is called Ke mo no道 Girlish Square, which got translated to Animal Trail Girlish Square. So let's see how the part 2 outline is going to go. So I'm going to stop this here, and I'm guessing it's going to be more or less the same, or maybe they add some more stuff to it. But it's not going to be a complete, thorough outline as what you're probably expecting. So, hold on for a minute. Okay, so I'm now on the other disc, which is Animal Trail Girlish Square 2, also known as Ke mo no道 Girlish Square 2. And as you can see here, the two main girls is now Shiryuki and Kumi. And like I said before, these two girls get a chance at being with Taiga in this title. So I'm going to play the outline and let's see how it goes from here and how different it is compared to the Love Plus fandisc. So outline. Okay, so previously on Animal Trail Girlish Square,
けもの道ガーリッシュスクエアは主人公の中森大河はどこにでもいる推しのアイドルに生活のすべてを捧げちゃってるドルオタ。
okay?
もうどこにでもウゴのタケノコのようにニョキニョキっとね。そんな何の変哲もないドルオタタイガーの一押しは
So maybe we are the most favorite idol group.
もちろん私たちけもの道ガーリッシュスクエ
Yep. So we are Animal Trail Girlish Square.
その日も私たちのライブで一緒にバッチリ盛り上がって多分その後お酒とか飲んじゃったりして
Okay?
気分のいい帰り道そうやつは見てしまったの
アお化け
Wait, so something unusual happened. So is that a ghost? Says Tetora.
ごめんなんかノリで変な煽りになっちゃった
No, 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 not ghost.
超常的な存在という意味ではお化けみたいなものかもだけど
Uh-oh.
リコンたち
So Guri is kind of like a ghost.
タイガーが思ったの今のは変身どうして跳ねるんたちが
理解はよ
Hold on, I went too fast. Let's see what Haneru said
バックラ
previously.
します
タイガーが思ったの今のは変身どうして跳ねるんたちがまさか跳ねるんたちの正体は魔法少女ってね
So it sounds like Haneru is saying it in a embellished manner. So, oh, wait. So, magical girls?
タイガー正解私たち獣道はなんと魔法生物の力を借りて変身する魔法少女だったのです
Okay.
この年で少女と言われてしまうとちょっとこそばゆいものもありますが
So aren't we too old to be called magical girls? So how about magical ladies?
Shut up!
But then it doesn't sound as appealing as magical girls.
あペンさんっぽい
私たちはみんな魔法の力でなんか、あれこれ助けてもらってるそんな事情があって
So then again, it's a long story, and I don't want to explain it all, and you know.
交換条件的にテンたちのお願いを聞いてあげてるってわけ
パルを集めるの
So, POW powers.
人間が放つ喜びのエネルギーでしたっけ
確かそうそれをたくさん集めるとグリ君たちの世界が救われるだったっけ
ウィンウィンってことね
And all of us can win.
今度の発音はいまいちね
喜ばせてやろうじゃないのこの日本を丸ごと私たちが
and we plan to spread joy to every corner of Japan.
もっと脱線仕掛けてたって感じの事情がタイガーにバレたから仲間に引き込んだってわけ。
Okay?
バレたというかバラしたというか。
Uh-oh, so once again, we forced him to. And if you remember from Love Plus, it's like we blackmailed him into helping us.
いやー、あれからいろいろあったわ。
ああ、グッズ印象に残ってるよね。多分初めてのなんだろう、それっぽいミーティングだったかも。
そう言っちゃうとそれまでの私たち何だったんだろうって思うけど。
So I wonder how we thrived without Taiga at first.
撮影もしましたね。
いかがわしいわ。
Okay, so unfortunately I had to censor some of it. So I did that when I did part 1 of Animal Trail Girlish Square. So Haneru was just in her swimwear, or more like her underwear, and she wanted Taiga to take a picture of her in that outfit. And it was kind of turning Taiga on, and he couldn't express himself. And Haneru was upset. It's like, he's just hiding his feelings, and that's bad.
水着こんな写真販売してたっけ。
Okay, so now the other girls are asking, oh, so we were in our swimsuits?
それはそのタイガーはプロデューサー判断で。
Well, I'm sure it was more like Haneru wanted it herself, not Taiga forced her to dress like
エッ
that.
チだわ。
Ulterior motives.
そういうのじゃないから。
But we've been over this.
そうやって少しずつ私たちメンバーの距離も縮まっていきましたね。まあ、ほんとそれ。いろんなことがありました。
So basically, a lot of things happened.
なんで私ばっかいじるの？
タイガーさんの優しさにつけ込んだのね。
That's true to an extent.
つけ込むって。あんたさっきからタイガー絡みのふわふわピンク色発言しかなくない？
But then again, Tetora's not in the clear, so she did kind of take advantage of Taiga near the end.
タイガーさんのお話するの？
変なベクトルの話になりそうだからしない。お二人は緊張状態の最中ということでしょうか？
So it feels like some rivalry going on.
そんなことないし。
No?
ですが。
Really?
この話は終わり。てかどこから出てきたのこの映像。
But here's evidence that there is some rivalry going on. So you two fighting for Taiga.
ロップさんが魔法の無駄遣いやめる。違うの、合成だから。
No. So this is fake. This is edited. It went through Photoshop, and someone made it look like that. And they did a really good job with Photoshop to make it look realistic. So
そんなコーナーで勢いが出てきた私たちが向かうのは地下アイドルの祭典、東京ニュードルフェスティバルだ。
So what's this? Oh, there's a festival coming up featuring only indie folks or idols, and they're calling it the the Tokyo New Idol Festival.
ずっと続いてるイベントというわけではないんですよね。
And it's being run by a big talent agency, right?
第1回だからね。このタイミングでちょうどよく始まったのかな。
And we make the cut.
すごい偶然。
How convenient!
ほんと私らの鳴らし運転が終わるのを待ってたみたい。
Well, it might be just coincidental. So they just happen, or basically everything happened to click into place. So the fact that they gained enough popularity thanks to Taiga to be qualified for this event.
おー。
Mm-hmm.
クミちゃん？
頑張ろうね。みんなで頑張るぞの。
So let's do our best at the festival, girls!
ガオー。
And once again, the Gao.
走 走り続ける私たちについてきてね。みんなで行くぞ、夢のステージに。獣道ガーリッシュスクエアでした。バイバーイ。
お疲れ様でした。
Okay.
そのテンションの変化、未だにちょっとビクってなるかも。
私はステージにいる間中ずーっとビクビクしてますけど。
そんなことでどうすんの？何万人も入るステージに行くんだからね、私たち。
So you know, this is going to happen eventually. So the more people or the more fans we get, the more people will have to perform to. And there will be bigger crowds. So be prepared, Kumi.
大丈夫かな。
Well, can you handle it?
どの道後には引けませんし。
Well, there's no turning back.
その息その息。それじゃ早速レッスン行こっか。
So practice time.
ところで、タイガーさんはいつ出てくるの？
And where's Taiga-san?
この後。
Well, after this.
獣道ガーリッシュスクエア2。
Okay, so that's the end of the outline for Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 2. And I actually like this outline better than the outline from the Love Plus fandisc. So it looks like the girls are on air, and this outline is presented in the style of a TV special. And for this one, I also like how they revealed some more details about what happened in Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 1. So the fact that all the things that Taiga did to help promote the Animal Trail Girlish Square group. So I don't want to talk too much about that because this is covered extensively in the first 2 episodes for Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 1. So if you remember, Taiga was a fan club manager, and he was helping this group organize or control the night concerts that they had. And he was drunk, so he was being with this old guy named Kocho Principal. And then on the way back, he sees Animal Trail Girlish Square practicing in some park, and then the magic happens. So all these girls get out of their special magical girl outfits, and he sees that they were dressed by 4 animals who could talk. And what really got his attention was the fact that Haneru, so outside of her magical girl outfit, she's the Reina that he always admired when he was a fan of the Idoli 55 group. So Reina was what kind of kept him as a fan for Idol 55, but then Reina leaves the group, and for him, Idol 55 got pretty dull. So anyways, I'm going to go back to the Love Plus fandisc, and I'm going to start on that title. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly from the Japanese version, the beginning is just another recap about what happened from Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 1. And likewise, I'm going to start a little bit of the Haneru short route. So let me rewind. Hold on for a minute. Okay, so I'm back on the Love Plus fandisc, and I'm going to click Start. So I'll mention more about the Reina thing once I get past the beginning of Haneru's short route. So start.
最初から始めるわ。まだまだ登場、獣道ガーリッシュスクエア。これもみんなの熱い応援のおかげってことで。
Okay, so I think this takes place after a concert. So thank you for our amazing fans for all your fervent support.
ありがとうの代わりに野生の掟だ。行くぞ行くぞ。せーの。
So what's the 1, 2, or the unusual stuff?
ガオー。
Oh, so let's do a gao. And Tetora's here too.
ちょっと
Hey, you.
先に言っておいてくれないととっさに反応できない。
So, you didn't tell me what you were about to do, so I can't react. So basically, Haneru's like, come on, so be part of the spirit. So let's go together. But Tetora was not prepared.
慌てた様子もなかったけどね。
Well, you don't look flustered.
それで今日は
Well,
何の
anyways,
集まり？
what are we doing today?
それも正しく理解しないままなんとなく来ちゃったの？
Well, you just showed up anyways, so...
ぐだぐだだな。一応説明がてらこの辺りに編集点作っとこう。
So basically, you're clueless. You don't know what's going on. And there you go. So, huh?
はい、そんなわけで今回はなんだろう、インターミッション的な感じでお届けする私たちの赤裸々エピソード。
What? So, for the next chapter, or maybe intermission would be better. Well, anyways, we're going to share our nude vigilantes.
赤裸々って何？どこまで見せる気？いやー。
Wait, so would that be inappropriate? Huh?
起きてる？
So, are you awake? You seem to doze off.
どこまでなのかしらと思って。
なんで視聴者目線？そこはほら、いい塩梅っていうか、いい加減っていうか。こういうね、手作り感マシマシでお届けしてます。みんな思い出せ、学園祭とかそういうノリだ。
So, Haneru's covering up like, oh, this is how it works at other movies, the loving, handcrafted vibe. And the way that she talked initially, it's giving Tetora the wrong ideas about, oh, so we're gonna be doing some more adult-ish stuff.
やけになってるの？
人ごと見たく言わない。あんた真面目にアイドルやる気になったんでしょ？
Well, then again, this is part of being an idol, so...
ええ。
Uh-huh.
もう即答。
Okay.
タイガーさんが応援してくれるって言ったから。
And Tetora just brings Taiga into the conversation. So Taiga's son said he will root for me, so,
まあ、それは私にもみんなにも言ってるし。
well, me too.
まっすぐ目を見て言ってくれた。
タイガーは誰の目もまっすぐ見るっていうのが美徳なんだか、ちょっとわかんなくなってきたけれども。
Well, that is normal of him, so,
見ての通りのやる気満々でお届けする今回は、獣道として新たな一歩を踏み出した私たちの。
well, anyways...
そう、テーマは挑戦。今決めた。
So anyways, the theme of this chapter is challenging our limits.
夢に向かって頑張る私たちのキラキラした姿に期待してね。
And expect lots of glitz and glamour from us as we work our butts off to achieve our dreams.
キラキラってこれのこと？
So is this glitz and glamour? And you can see that Haneru is looking all depressed.
うわ、その映像どこから持ってきたのよ。決して形成。
Hey, so where did you find this photo? So get rid of it.
私はドライブに行ったわ。
So this looks like there's more glitz and glamour. So I'm driving or being driven around.
そっちの方が楽しそう。
I'm jealous. So this looks better than mine.
束の間の骨休めというところね。
私は挑戦って言ったのに。まあ、解釈は人それぞれということで。
Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
最後は合わせだからね。せーの。
Okay, so let's kick this off.
それではどうぞ。
Everyone?
ちょっと。
Hey, you.
何を合わせるか言ってくれないのが悪いと思うの。
So come on, respond. Don't just stand there.
ノリで分かってよ。
But it's obvious.
そういうものなの。息がぴったり合ってくるまではまだもうちょっとかしら。
Well, it looks like this is a problem of bad coordination.
かもね。
I guess. Okay, so here's where we pick which short route we want. So, like I said before, I'm going to start Haneru's route. So I'll click here. Okay, so when I first moved to Akihabara a while back, the fabulous sights of this unique city district used to be so uplifting. And as time went on, however, the novelty wore off, and those days I hardly feel anything walking through the streets. And as for why I'm leisurely strolling through the streets today, that would be for my usual morning commute to work. So, if I remember, he works at Rascal's Curry Shop. So, another dollar, another day, as they say. So, namaste! So, we're at the curry shop. I call to Raska, who seems to be handling front of house alone at the moment. And looks like we've only got one diner right now, whom I immediately identify as one of our regulars. Or like one customer. And as usual, I'm left wondering how Rascal, the curry house I've been working for ages now, is able to keep its doors open with such a dismal customer count, especially in Akihabara, where commercial lease rates are through the roof. So how is he or she able to earn enough money to pay all the rent and all the utilities to keep this place running? But somehow makes it work. Haneru's in today, right? So is she in the back? Yeah, so she's here and she's changing, so she spilled some curry. Well, I guess that's typical. So she's still as clumsy as ever. Well, tell me about it. Well, I'm pretty sure she's done by now, so be a gentleman and knock if you are heading over there. Or do you want to walk in while she's dressing up? And by the way, I think our customer could use some more water. Mind handling that while I get changed? So you're covering it up. Well, I need a refill. Okay, so he goes and checks in on Haneru. So, are you there? Okay, fair point. Hello, morning, and by the way, namaste. Namaste. I must say, she looks awfully relaxed for someone who just spilled curry all over herself, sitting at the table with her phone out and pen plopped on her lap. Well, I'm pretty sure at this point Rascal's used to Haneru's clumsy handling. And for Rascal, if you remember from part 1, it's like, that's cute! You slacking off back there or what? Well, I know you were going to come in, so I got myself ready, I shall say. So she says, my shift technically does not start for another 5 minutes. But then again, that's kind of close. Well, I wanted to show you something. And as she motions for me to sit next to her, I find myself hesitating for a brief moment. Not because I don't want to sit with her, of course, it's more like I'm still surprised and beyond that, honored that I even get to. After all, Haneru's a member of the idol group called Animal Trail Girlish Square, a group I've been a huge fan of for a while now. In those days, however, I also act as their manager, and since sometimes the producer. So I mentioned in part 1 that he's like the production manager. So he went from a fan club manager to a production manager. Even before that, she was a member of a nationally famous group called Idol 55 under the name of Tetora Reina, and it was back then that she first burst into my life like a firework lighting up an empty sky. And there you go. So I was not even interested in idols back then, but meeting her is what caused me to fall headfirst down the rabbit hole. So she inspired him. But then, as fireworks are wont to do, so she disappeared from the world, and my life, just as quickly as she appeared, she's like a shooting star, dazzling yet ephemeral. But then we were miraculously reunited. And since that fateful day, I've come to learn a great many things about her. Things I would never have been privy to as a mere fan. Like the existence of that little friend of hers, Pen, who's currently sitting in her lap, the penguin. And how he, along with his other animal pals, use some sort of perception-altering magic to hide her whole identity, allowing her to start over under her decidedly more underground alias. And how, even to this day, she has not given up on her dream. And now I get to help her achieve that dream. And no longer I am just another fan in a faceless crowd. We've grown much, much closer since then. And close enough that I can personally help her prop up so that she might once again reach the stage of her dreams. So if you remember from part 1, it was the Budokan. Hehehe, I like the sparkle in his eyes right now. Well, you know, tigers like this sometimes. And feeling the slap of a familiar leather jacket clad penguin flipper on my face, I snapped back to reality. And it felt unmistakably moist against my cheek, and while it did not hurt, it's certainly annoying enough. Hey Haneru, so be careful, you're showing your underwear. And why didn't you tell me earlier? Wait, now you care about this stuff? Also, it's not hard to see them when she's sitting like this, so she had ample time to adjust her posture. Well, you are a pervert, she says accusingly while not even bothering to look up from her phone. Says the girl who hardly sounds upset. Well, not that I'm surprised. We're practically dating these days, or at least something akin to that. And we'd probably be full-fledged dating by now, but for better or worse, we've got to prioritize the group's future success over our own desires. Wait, so how many times have I told you to stop flying up in my face and keep those flippers to yourself? So you look all dozed off or passed out. I oblige. Well, sometimes I guess, though to be honest, I'm kind of surprised you even know about this. You don't seem like the type to watch YouTube. Oh, so YouTube or Twitch. So YouTube or Twitch. Well, I'm bored. Damn, you just slander billions of users.
私は忙しいの。ただでさえもバイトで時間食われてるんだから、潰す暇があったら自分を高める努力をしないと。
Well, FYI, I am busy, so if I'm not working as a waitress at this shop, I'm figuring out how to improve my life or myself as an idol. You're so cool.
で、
Really?
付き合ってらんねえわ。ガキみたいにはしゃぎやがって。
まあそれはそれとして研究はしなきゃかなって。それでこういう隙間時間にね。
Okay. Into what exactly?
これから獣道でも動画に力入れていくんでしょ。タイガーが言ってたんじゃん。
That's true. Oh, right. So I brought this up at one of our recent meetings. So you've already working on this? Well, that's what I'm talking about.
地道な努力。
So you gotta start. You gotta make headwinds. God, she's adorable even when she's acting smug.
私たちにとってはここからが勝負だしね。
But you know, it's gonna mean more work as we try to find ways to make it even better. Well, look at you being all self-aware.
でしょう。めっちゃ獣道のこと考えてるから私。もう獣道は私とテトラたち、タイガーやファンも巻き込んだみんなの夢だもん。
Well, you know, we all share the same dream. But my eyes, she's too dazzling. Well, I love you, Haneru.
それは知ってるけど。
Wait, did I just say that out loud?
こんなとこでアピールして、何？チューしたいの？
So why here? Well, no, not particularly.
あ、そう。
Uh-huh. And why does she suddenly sound all depressed?
とりあえず今日の夜はミーティングあるから、動画のこともその時に相談する？
Of course. I think that's a great idea.
日和やがってふにゃちんやろうが。
So shut up. Pen flinches as the random roll of scotch tape I hurled collides with his face.
てめえ、ギークが調子くれやがって。
Oh yeah? Well, keep flapping that beak and I'll stuff it with a, let's see, pompadour, you miniature Elvis wannabe.
こら喧嘩しないの。
Just because he plays or likes to make that guitar riff.
ツボ入ってんじゃねえよ。
Wait, that's not funny. I got hit.
マサラはああいうとこ気が利かないのよね。せっかく若い二人がムード満点だったのに。
So I think Raska's like, hey, I need people out here. Get back to work. Stop playing around. Not that I'm in any position to say this, but should you really be back here right now? We just left the front of the house completely unattended. Okay, later that night. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here for this episode, and I'll play the rest of this when I'll officially get to episode 1 of Haneru's short route for this title, Animal Trail Girlish Square Love Plus fandisc. So, in the beginning of Haneru's short route, you can see that there is still some introduction about what happened in Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 1. The fact that Taiga learns that Haneru was Reina Shitori of Idol 55. So that was what kind of got him interested in the idol world. And then she disappeared for some reason. And he was surprised to find out that Haneru is back with an underground idol group called Animal Trail Girlish Square. And Pen did try his best to hide Haneru's past identity from everyone. But because of Taiga's strong will, Pen's magic didn't work well on Taiga. And he did warn Haneru about it. It's like, no, you can't use too much magic because it's not going to work. It's going to cause more side effects and other problems. And the fact that this person knows you very well and is familiar with you, it's going to have little to zero effects. And if I remember, near the end of episode 2 of part 1, they actually tried to kill Taiga. So after the concert, they secretly went out, and for Taiga, he was trying to escape. It's like, well, I've caused too many problems, and I don't feel comfortable being in that environment. So one of the things that he does as a fan club manager is that he gets these photo shoot sessions called checkies with each of the girls after the concert. And on that day, because of him learning about Haneru's past identity, he was not comfortable and he tried to scoot away. And when he left, the animals caught up with him and they beat him up, but thankfully the girls tell the animals to stop. So that's where they introduce everything about what's going on. So the reason why Taiga got offered to be the production manager is like, well, we're just idols and we're just a group, but we need someone who can help us manage everything in the background. So the scheduling, the rental for the concert venues, the merchandise, and the stuff. And it did look like they had staff members, but they were all doppelgangers made by the animals. So they need somebody more official, someone with an actual mindset to help run the business. And they gave it to Taiga, and Taiga took it. So it's been some time since part 1 in this episode, and it looks like things are going well. So I'm pretty sure at this point it's like, well, we did gain a lot more fans and followers, but we want to be even better from where we currently are. So we'll see how that goes in Haneru short route, Tetora short route, and I'm going to link the beginning of Animal Trail Girlish Square Part 2 from this episode. So we'll see how it goes in that title as well. So with that in mind, I'll see you in one of the episodes.